Welcome to the RC family. Today I am at the Secret Garden with my good buddy Rui, who very kindly came and picked me up today because the RC mummy and the RC baby needed the car. We are out with Spidey, which is a MEUS Chassis build on 1.9 Mozas with Revolt inserts. We've got a 2300 Fusion in there, not necessary. An 1800 would have been spicy enough. We've got Dravtech, I'm trying to wiggle my fingers, Dravtech shocks, custom made brass front suspension and geometry suspension links and steering links. Nothing left to say other than I've already filmed the video. There are some incredible climbs coming up in this video. Spidey actually discovered lines. Really big shout out to my mate Rui over there. I'll be linking his channel down in the description below. His mauler will put a lot of wiggling the fingers again. Competition crawlers to show. Go check that out. Oh, we do the V-tree, but it's nearly all rocks today. I know you guys are really keen on seeing rock crawling, not tree crawling. Let's get on with it, shall we? In case anybody's wondering, that's me with coffee. Later on in the video, you'll see me without coffee. Anybody that's seen videos of the Secret Garden knows that this is one of the obstacles that I use to test brake over and pull. And this was very early on in the video. I've really had a mixed bag of results on my trips out with the Mozas, but this obstacle here very quickly told me everything I needed to know about what to expect today. That pull up there and that clearance on the and the pull on the first rock, just incredible. Is Rui's mauler. This is a really capable truck. Please go check his channel out. In the first sort of 20 minutes or so, I was just meandering around the scattered ruins at the Secret Garden looking for some rocks just to get a feel for Spidey in this new configuration and you know, just to try and take a look at the compliance of the inserts and try to suss out the grip profile. Something that has become really obvious to me since I've been using this MEUS chassis is that the skid really hangs up. If there's something I can do to improve the smoothness of transition at the front there, then it is definitely something I'm going to do. This is another example of skid hanging up. The Mozas and the Revolts are doing their job. Everything else is doing its job, but the skid just keeps hanging up. Now, I am running bands and I have got the shocks set a little bit, with the ride height on the front set a little bit low. I do need to drop the hold positions down a little bit. But in this configuration that I was running in this video, you'll see that I really do have to drive for the skid. So I come over here, I see a little dip where the skid will clear, and then finally we get up that obstacle. But had that been gated slightly to the right, we just wouldn't have got through there. And the skid does show itself time and time again when I'm driving it. That's not a huge negative about the chassis. I really like the chassis. I like all the options that it gives you for moving the shocks about and for mounting the links and everything like that. And again, we're we're shooting at this from a different angle, but this is one of the obstacles that we've already done. Spidey really does pull through most things with this chassis. I would just try and create a smoother transition to the front of the skid there. And dropping the shock positions down on the front and raising that ride height up will certainly help with that. The Mozas absolutely hooking up, and the skid getting us stuck again. A little bit frustrating, but like I say, I think if I just move those shocks around a little bit, I'll get it. Rui will be really surprised to see this shot. This is my first go at this. It's quite tricky through here. To pull up through here, you need a lot of things to go right with your tyres, your inserts, your suspension and geometry and everything. All needs to be set up pretty well to pull that through there. I handed the controller to Rui and he couldn't do it. And I had another go myself later on and I couldn't pull it either. Everything must have just aligned perfectly for me on that first attempt there. This is one of the obstacles that I always do. It's not a particularly difficult one, but you know, if your setup's not right, this will show it. And this is also a pull that features on the channel quite often. We have actually pulled it over further to the left, which is much harder, but since shortening Spidey's overall wheelbase, we've been unable to get it. But this is still quite a difficult pull. The Mozas are digging in, the Revolts are doing their job, and up we went. So things that I am really pleased with on the chassis. I'm really pleased with the way the whole build, the Spidey builds come together. I managed to get some anodized blue deep washers for the wheels, just to kind of jazz up that Spider-Man suit look. I think this would work for a Captain America build as well, to be honest. In fact, all I'd need to do is change the stickers. But yeah, this is a really nice pull. Actually, Rui challenged me to get up here. He did it with his mauler, which has got like a crazy wheelbase, somewhere around the 355mm wheelbase on his mauler. So he had a lot more reach. He managed to pull this, the bit where I'm just mounting, from the bottom of the climb. He could reach that ledge. So it was a lot more difficult for Spidey to find his way up there. But you'll see in a second, eventually I managed to get that front wheel up. And then once I've got the skid clear, he actually manages to pull up this ledge. And we go on to the next obstacle. So this was another really challenging one that Rui managed to do with the mauler. And this day, actually, we found a few different lines. This is one of the lines that we haven't done before. I do know for a fact when I'm running my new Revolt build, which should be ready in a couple of weeks' time, hopefully, with the 2.2 Mozas, it's just going to walk up here. This is really challenging. It's a bit of a reach for Spidey. We've got the slightly lower than desirable skid position. Hopefully we can dial some of that out with the shock geometry, but as you can see, I really have to pop the throttle and work the steering around to find a spot where finally we can pull up. Well, that wasn't what Rui did. Go and watch Rui's video, because that was epic. In fact, let me just see if Rui can pull it again. Hopefully my moss removal doesn't hurt the line, because when the moss is dry, you can actually get a bit of purchase of the moss. Yeah, you were further over to the right, Rory, weren't you? You were almost right on that edge. Oh, sorry, over to the left. That's a line as well. Let's get where I was. I was literally right behind the rig. So I know I said I wasn't going to do trees, but we can't come to the secret garden and not have a go at the V tree. Now, this clip will end up being a video of its own, because prior to the bit that you're watching here, we really bound up the MEUS axles, the steering, like this servo, the yipping 70 kg that's in here, and these axles took an absolute shed load of abuse. They were bound up and twisted, and goodness knows what sort of state they got into. But I just wanted to show you that even though the tyres were muddy, and this tree bark today is really damp, and this tree bark only has to be slightly damp for you not to be able to make that pull, Spidey and the Mozas and the Revolt inserts did the job. Rui's just had a go with Spidey on a line that doesn't really exist previously, and he got up one bit and then was like, hang on a minute, legged it round, and then just complete. I didn't film it, guys. I just wanted the moment to be the moment.
This is a little bit of a teaser for the next video. Yeah. Next time we come up here, we'll film these harder bits.
That line has got to be done again.
But if we're going to do it, it's going to be like a dedicated video.
Yeah,
really,
just for it.
Sit here and just explore.
Yeah,
explore a few lines and stuff.
This old tree in the secret garden is something else. We've done the V tree today, you've seen that. Spidey really struggled to do it the second time for the camera, but the first time just went straight up. Yeah, stage fright.
It's bloody typical, isn't it?
Go out and check Rui's video. Rui's got a really good video of the mauler with some of Spidey in it, no doubt, today. And he's got a ton of content on this secret garden. But we're going to invite a few people out at some point, and if you're one of the local subscribers, or even if you're not local and you fancy coming having a go at this with us at some point, guys, we'll let you know when we're ready. Probably be next year now, once
things dry up a little bit.
Yeah, once things dry up a little bit, because when it's dry up here, it's fantastic. Having said that, today the Mozas have done incredibly well. It is wet, there's mud between the trees and rocks, and Spidey's really excelled today in very difficult conditions. There's been new lines that I'm going to flip the camera around.
I'm in the middle of one right now.
So Rui has just started doing this line here, which is hopefully exposed well enough for you to see it. I'll need a little pop. So I was working on that line. Let's flip the camera around this way, because that's going to be the easiest for everybody. I was working on that line for ages, and I just couldn't get it. Rui's just done it. Let us know what you think of Spidey's performance today. He's found lines where there wasn't lines.
I know, I went to bed last night and I was dreaming of new lines before I fell asleep.
And there was no lines. Like today, Spidey has literally found new lines. So's the mauler, actually. Rui's mauler has found lines that that didn't exist before. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. It delight loads remember, of you.
Love is the answer.
Love is the answer. Yeah, I mean, something like 75 or 80% of you are not subscribed, and that's cool if you don't want to, but there will be some stuff worth watching, I promise you that. Oh, and I need to check in. How are you doing today? You all right? I'm not having a bad day. How are you doing?
I've enjoyed myself so
Yeah,
far.
it's been brilliant.
We've been here, what, a good couple of hours now?
Couple of hours, yeah. Light's going now a little bit,
I
but
can't wait to get home and see the footage.
see the footage. I think we've got some really good footage
got some
today.
cool-
You'll know because you'll have seen it.
Videos will be out soon.
Yeah. Right. So that's it. Nothing left for me to say. But remember, guys, no matter the question,
Peace out.
love is always the
Love is
answer.
the answer.
Bye for now.